The name Always Best Care has become the most trusted and reliable for in-home senior services. Our caregivers specialize in bringing families and friends closer together and putting smiles in the faces of each and every one of our clients by creating a fun and loving atmosphere. For an in-home healthcare provider that is built on genuine compassion and quality care, look no further than Always Best Care. Hi, I'm Patty Jackson. When I needed help with providing my mother physical and emotional comfort in her time of need, Always Best Care was a godsend. And you can rest assured that they will always be there whenever you call because they care.
They're tried and true. You can trust that they will always take good care of you. Always Best Care.
To schedule an appointment, visit abcphillybristol.com or call 267-909-9248 today.
Did you know he'll help you understand? Did you know always a right-hand man? Did you know he's gonna make it clear? Did you know? Come on, listen here. Did you know?
Hello, welcome to the Did You Know Show. My name is Brian Green, and today we have the fortunate pleasure of being at the Center in the Park, which is in the Germantown section of Philadelphia. With me, I have two members of the leadership team. I have Stephanie Collins, and I have Angela Thomas Finnegan. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So, Stephanie, you are the Director of Social Services and Housing.
Yes.
Tell us about the program.
Okay, so Center in the Park is an older adult community center. We're located at 5818 Germantown Avenue, and we offer programs and services and activities for anyone 55 plus.
Okay. And then you guys have Saturday month finance classes.
We do. Our Saturday classes is something that we just started 2 weeks ago.
Right.
On Saturdays, we host multiple classes from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Okay.
The financial education classes are going to be held, and we're catering to anyone 18 and up.
Okay.
And so our first one is going to be about reverse mortgages.
Okay.
It's an educational workshop, and it's open to the public at no cost to them.
Wow, and then you also are in charge of housing. How does that work?
Yes. So our housing counseling program here at Center in the Park, we assist anyone in the community who are in jeopardy of losing their home to foreclosure or default on delinquency on back taxes. We actually advocate for them, and we provide them with services and some financial assistance so that they can remain in their home.
Is there an application process? Like, what is the process? Do people have to be nominated, or do people have to come to you and initiate the conversation?
Yes, well, there is an application. So we would do an initial intake,
Okay.
and then from the intake, we would see if they're eligible based on how much they're behind. They have to have a lot of their documentation, including like their deeds and a copy of their mortgage statement, things of that sort, personal identification info. We do a complete budget with them as well. So they would have to provide us with the proper documentation, and then we'll move forward with the mitigation process.
So, okay, we've talked about the Saturday month finance classes and the housing program. You're also responsible for the Neighborhood Energy Center.
Yes. So our Neighborhood Energy Center is a program where we fund it through ECA, and we are able to assist individuals who are behind on their utility bills. So we can assist with water, gas, and electric. And through that program, we can also assist sometimes with some home repairs for like water heaters. We do weatherization workshops where we come into the home and they will patch up the windows. They'll teach you how to conserve energy. They'll teach you how to keep the heat out during the summertime,
right?
And how to stay warm in the winter. Through corking and different insulation strategies and things of that sort.
What about smoke detectors?
Through multiple programs that we offer at the center, we do have smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors at times available to distribute. But we have a partnership with the local fire department.
Okay.
So we can definitely link them to those resources as well.
If you just tuned in, we're talking with Stephanie Collins and Angela Thomas Finnegan, who are both part of the leadership team at the Center in the Park. Angela, you're the Director of Administration and Advocacy.
Yes.
And then you work closely with the Ombudsman Program. Tell us about that.
Well, the Ombudsman Program is an advocacy program for individuals in long-term care.
Okay.
Ombudsman is a Swedish word, and it means citizen representative. So as an ombudsman, we go out and we advocate for those that are in long-term care. Dom care, which are seniors that live in someone's home, personal care homes, older adult days, and assisted living. So say you have a loved one that's in a nursing home and they are in need of advocacy. I haven't received my meals. I want to transfer to a new facility. The nursing home does not hear my voice. You would call an ombudsman and we would come out and advocate for you or your loved one.
You know, it's interesting. There's a lot of people in this world, if you can believe it or not, that are alone in the world. And, you know, oftentimes, you know, in my season, because I own a home care agency, you think of people that oftentimes have families, have grandkids or kids or adult children. But there are a lot of seniors that in some cases have outlived their family or are alone. So your program works for those individuals that really, like you said, are not being heard. Oftentimes they don't have that daughter or son coming up and asking questions. Sometimes people get lost in the mix, and that's what you work with, right?
Right, and so our motto, or what we stand by, is advocate for those who can't, support those who can, and ensure that all long-term care individuals live with dignity and respect.
Okay. Tell us about the center counselor. Who is that person and what is their role? What do they do?
Our center counselor helps those who are not homebound. So if you don't qualify for the in-home support program, you can essentially receive all the services of the in-home support program, but here at the center. So we do benefits and entitlements. Rent rebates, the Apprise program, which is a program that helps you navigate through your Medicare, Medigap, benefits. We do rental assistance, we do energy assistance, emergency funds, we have a food pantry, we connect individuals to community resources, employment resources. So it's essentially in-home support, but here in the center.
Okay.
So medical supplies, you name it, we can help you with it in the center.
So like durable medical equipment, incontinence products, rubber gloves, all that kind of deals. So then what is the process like? I mean, in terms of time. So when you become aware of an individual that probably needs an advocate, what does that look like? Are you referred by a social worker, or is it somebody, a church member, cares and concerns?
Well, we have posters.
Okay.
We are a federally mandated program.
Okay.
So all of our facilities are required to have an ombudsman poster, and it has our Center in the Park address, it has the name of the local ombudsman, it has the phone number, so anyone could call. We are resident directed, so we will tell the individual that's calling, we will have to go out and speak to the resident.
Okay.
Because you might have, mom is, all these concerns about mom, but when we get out there, mom's like, well, no, I don't have any concerns at all. So we only go as the resident want us to go, as far as the resident want us to go.
Okay. So we're sitting here with Stephanie Collins, Director of Social Services and Housing, and Angela Thomas Finnegan, who is the Director of Administration and Advocacy. If you just tuned in, we're at the Center of the Park in the Germantown section of Philadelphia. Stay tuned. We're going to continue our conversation with the Executive Director, Renee Cunningham, and Cleo Smalls, who's the Director of Program Management. Thank you, ladies, for participating.
Thank you for having us.
Did you know?
Taking care of my mother is so hard. All my life, she gave me the best care she could. Now it's my turn. I have to find my mom the best care.
At Always Best Care, our caregivers are matched to meet your needs. And we even give you access to on-call, round-the-clock physician support, along with your in-home care. If you need help with your mom or dad, call 1-302-409-3710 or visit alwaysbestcaredelaware.com.
Always Best Care specializes in helping seniors who wish to remain in their home but need assistance. Our flexible care programs vary from hourly to live-in. Simply put, we're there when you need us. And Always Best Care is a DPW-approved Medicaid provider. Call today and we'll meet with you to develop a personalized care plan. Always Best Care Senior Services. Doing more, caring more, and dedicated to exceeding your expectations. always.
Did you know?
Welcome back to the Did You Know Show. My name is Brian Green. I'm sitting here today with 3 of the leadership team at the Center in the Park in Philadelphia, in the Germantown section. Ladies, we have with us returning is Stephanie Collins, the Director of Social Services and Housing. We have with us Cleo Smalls, who's the Director of Program Management and Mission Engagement. And then today we got Renee Cunningham, the Executive Director. Boss, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Where are we meeting at? Where is this? Where are we sitting at right now in the Center in the Park?
Center in the Park is located right in the middle of Vernon Park.
Okay.
And the building that we're in actually is one of the first Carnegie libraries in the country.
Oh, wow.
And so this building is 112 years old.
Okay.
Which you wouldn't know from being on the inside, but gives it all that really great character. This room that we're in now is our auditorium.
Okay.
And so all of our big classes and our exercise is in this room. We do line dancing in here. We do all of our exercise classes, yoga, all of our big assemblies and big events and our concerts and everything is in this space.
I was here the other day and you guys were doing the stretching exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You had the stretching exercise and that was actually on a Saturday. Cleo, tell us about, some of the upcoming special events.
Okay, so coming in September, we actually have on September 13th, it's our annual open house.
Okay.
And our annual open house, we advertise all of the classes and the programs that we have here at Center in the Park. So it would include like our exercise classes that Renee mentioned, like yoga, Stretch for Life. We'll have tables with our pottery class, our fine art classes like painting with Jim, and a bunch of the other classes that we have here. And that's on September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
So do you have to be a member of Center in the Park to participate in these classes? How does that work?
Well, some of our classes, of course, we do prefer that you are a member of Center in the Park to participate in our classes. So yes, you do.
Okay, and the place in the Center of the Park is at 5818 Germantown Avenue, the Germantown section of Philadelphia. We're right above the Germantown and Shelton. And so when you think about the Center in the Park in terms of people coming here, I know with me, seniors always ask, is handicap accessible? Mm-hmm. And then what time frame do you have classes? Do you have classes only in the morning or only in the afternoon? Do you have certain classes that are both afternoon and morning?
So we're open from Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and
Okay.
Tuesdays and Thursdays 8:30 to 4:30. Right now, we currently do have a lot of classes in the morning times, but we do tend to add afternoon classes. Where, like we have, for example, Stretch for Life is in the middle of the afternoon. It's 12:30 to 1:30, and we do try to offer afternoon social events, maybe starting at 1 and ending around 3.
Right, and so in terms of transportation, CCT will drop people off here, correct? I did see a CCT
Correct.
van. Yeah, how does that work? Do you guys get involved and set up the CCT for the participants, or do they have to set it up?
No, we do. For our members here at Center in the Park that are CCT qualified, we do set up rides and issue them rides to their center.
So in other words, do you pay for the CCT, or how does that work?
Yes, we do.
How much time do they have to give you in terms of, is that 24-hour notice or 48 hours? Or can somebody rhythmically sign up, like in the beginning of September, I want to come to classes on Tuesdays or Wednesdays? Does that then mean that I have to call every week, or does we set it up?
We typically have our standing orders for people that may say, I want to come in on every Monday. We would do standing orders for certain people, but we do allow like additional rides to be added on at different times.
All right, and so then you mentioned softly health promotion. The health promotion classes, what are they about?
So in addition to the exercise classes that we have a wide variety of health promotion classes. One of our most popular classes now is the Aging Mastery Program.
Oh, wow.
And Aging Mastery Program was developed by National Council on Aging.
Okay.
And Center in the Park was part of the pilot. And so we're real fortunate because Center in the Park's participants were able to, kind of get in the beginning and figure out and help them to determine which classes worked really well, which ones didn't work so well, and really help them to fine-tune the program, which is on its way to becoming an evidence-based program.
Okay.
Which is really great. And Aging Mastery Program is a 10-week class. And it covers everything from exercise to healthy relationships to planning for your future, important medical screenings, and really is kind of like a primer for aging and helps to put you in the driver's seat And you know how when you start college and in the very beginning they give you one of those classes that said, so this is college life.
Orientation.
Right? Exactly. And so Aging Mastery is kind of like an orientation for aging, like, so you've retired and here's all the things you need to make sure that you're taking care of. It's also an incentive-based program, and so we have a point system, and so for going to a certain number of exercise classes and for getting your wills and powers of attorney set up and those kinds of things, we have a point value, and then we have gift cards at the end of 10 weeks when the classes are over.
Oh, wow.
And we will be starting a new class in September.
Tell me about it.
A new Aging Mastery class will kick off in September.
All right, and so Stephanie, you're the Director of Social Services and Housing.
Yes.
Tell us about the in-home support.
Okay, so our in-home support program is funded through Philadelphia Corporation for Aging.
Okay.
And we assist older adults who are 60 and up, homebound, meaning they are unable to leave their homes safely on their own, with services so that they can remain in their home independently and in the community. So we can assist with providing adaptive equipment, such as grab bars or maybe a handheld shower. Okay. We assist with installing railings indoor and outdoors of the home and minor home repairs as well. We provide CCT transportation to medical appointments, home delivered meals. They can get meals, either a hot meal for 5 days a week and then 2 cold meals, or we have an option of they'll get frozen meals delivered 1 day a week, and they will have to have a freezer to store them.
Okay.
And then we also provide senior companion services to the homebound older adults, where we get volunteers who actually will go into the home for once or twice a week, 4 hours or so, and just assist them with socialization. And the goal of the senior companion program is to decrease isolation.
Increase socialization.
And increase socialization, yes.
So then with the in-home support program, is that based on financial need in terms of, do you do a review of people's financial background?
Well, there is no income requirement.
Okay.
We do a budget with them, but it's more so to help them manage their finances in a appropriate manner, an appropriate way.
Okay.
We help them with also, like our center counselor does, signing up for benefits and entitlements. No income guideline though.
So how long, one of the things that I hear about all the time is the time that it takes to get going. With the in-home support or the classes, how long does it take somebody to get involved here?
We can have you involved by the time this conversation is over.
That's important.
Oh, absolutely. We have no waiting list for services or programs in our in-home support program. Our ombudsman program is immediate. Our classes, the only thing you'd have to wait for is when classes kick off. And some of our classes are year-round. Mm-hmm. So, you can sign up for Stretch today and be stretching tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're being queued up. Take a break. We're almost out of time for this segment. So we're going to come back on the conversation. I want to talk about the volunteer program. I want to talk about the council. I want to talk about, again, the hours of operation and the upcoming events outside of September. So stay tuned. Stay with us. We're at the center of the park in Philadelphia in the Germantown section, 5818 Germantown Avenue. The phone number here is
215-848-7722.
Cleo, what's the website?
www.centerinthepark.org.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Did you know?
Taking care of my mother is so hard. All my life, she gave me the best care she could. Now it's my turn. I have to find my mom the best care.
At Always Best Care, our caregivers are matched to meet your needs. And we even give you access to on-call, round-the-clock physician support, along with your in-home care. If you need help with your mom or dad, call 1-302-409-3710 or visit alwaysbestcaredelaware.com.
Always Best Care specializes in helping seniors who wish to remain in their home but need assistance. Our flexible care programs vary from hourly to live-in. Simply put, we're there when you need us. And Always Best Care is a DPW-approved Medicaid provider. Call today and we'll meet with you to develop a personalized care plan. Always Best Care Senior Services. Doing more, caring more, and dedicated to exceeding your expectations. Always.
Did you know?
Welcome back to the Did You Know Show. My name is Brian Green. I'm sitting here today at the Center in the Park in the Germantown section of Philadelphia. Rejoining us is Angela Thomas Finnegan. Angela, you guys all are a part of the staff here,
Yes.
but you do have a volunteer ombudsman program.
Yes, we do.
Tell us about it.
All right, so one of our biggest contributions to the Ombudsman program are the volunteers. Because we serve over 10,000 long-term care beds citywide, and we have 20 staff, we enlist the help of volunteers.
Okay.
And if someone would like to give back or be an advocate for the Ombudsman program, you could just come to Center in the Park. You'll be trained as a staff, and you will not get paid. It's volunteer. But you will go through the same stages of training and certification as we do to go out and advocate in the long-term care facilities.
And that's during the hours of operation.
Yes.
One thing is funny, I wish we could just take the outtake sometimes when we cut the break. We were talking on the break about the lunches. Cleo, tell us about the lunch program here.
Okay, so we serve lunch Monday through Friday here between 11 o'clock and 11 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Okay.
Our members come. We do typically serve lunch to members of Center in the Park. And to be a member of Center in the Park, you just have to be 55 and older, and you would sign up for Center in the Park, and you're welcome to have lunch. We do ask for a suggested volunteer donation. It's $1 if you're 60 and older, and if you're under 60, we ask for $3.25. But again, we give lunch to anyone that comes, pretty much anyone that comes. We do ask that you register and sign up for it.
And so, Renee, we were talking about CCT earlier, but there's other ways that the accessibility to Center in the Park are.
We're very easy to get to. Center in the Park has its own parking lot, and the parking lot is located at the intersection of West Rittenhouse and McCallum Streets,
Okay.
which is actually right out back of the building here. And that leads up to our handicap accessible entrance. And then we're also very accessible by public transportation. And so we have folks who walk here that live in the neighborhood. We have folks who take the bus. We have folks who drive, who take CCT.
And then you were telling us earlier about the health promotions in terms of the medical screening sometimes you guys have here. It's my understanding that you guys do information sessions and you might do flu shots and that kind of thing. Tell us about it.
We have a lot of different programs around health improvement and maintaining positive health, right? And so we do flu shots once a year. We also we have a vaccine education project. We have a project where we educate folks. We have a pharmacist come and do education as well about shingles, about the shingles vaccine, about the pneumonia vaccine. And also, we have a relationship with Chestnut Hill Hospital, and we have some doctors who will come and talk about a whole wide variety of things. It could be hair care, it could be skin care, it could be heart health, things like that.
Diabetic care.
Absolutely. We have a diabetes self-management program, which is an evidence-based program that we run as well.
Oh, wow. And then, you guys do, you mentioned before, some of the volunteers are retired nurses that come and do blood pressure screenings. How often does that happen? Does it only happen like in the fall, or does it happen throughout the year?
We do blood pressure screenings every month. We do them once a month, and we have a variety of retired nurses who come to the center, and they'll take your blood pressure and take your weight, or if you slip them $1, they won't take your weight. That's not true. They'll take it anyway. But and then we'll keep track of it. And so when you come back next month, you can kind of monitor in between your doctor's appointments about your blood pressure.
So when we talk about membership, do people have intermittent membership? Like sometimes, do you notice that people come seasonal? Like for instance, you might come in the spring and the fall, but you see people take vacation. So your memberships, do they run annually or monthly? How does that work?
Well, once you're a member, once you're in, you're in.
Okay.
And so once you join Center in the Park, you're going to be with us for good.
Okay.
And membership is free for people who are 60 and up.
Okay.
And the process is pretty straightforward, and we don't require a lot of information. And so people come. We have some people who come every day. We have people who come 3 times a week. We have people who don't come in the summer. We have people who come once a year.
Okay. And
everything in between.
So as we wind down the show, when I have guests like you guys and a fabulous leadership team that you are, time goes quickly. But how can people stay connected? Are you on social media?
Yes, we are. We are on Facebook, Center in the Park is our tag name, as well as Instagram and Twitter, Center in the Park.
Okay, and then you have pottery, you have yoga, you have Pilates, you have...
We don't have Pilates.
No Pilates yet? Okay, so put that in the suggestion box.
Pretty much everything else, yeah.
Okay, and then it's my understanding you guys have a kind of an advisory council. Is that's something, can you briefly explain that?
Sure. Our advisory council is a group of elected Center in the Park members. They are elected either by the classes that they represent, or also we have a general election for at-large members once a year. And so our advisory council members really, they represent the center with administration and talk about what things they might need in their classes, maybe if Bible study needs new Bibles, or if we are out of a certain kind of pitcher that they want in the dining room, or they want different exercise equipment, and they advise us on those kinds of things. They also do fundraising, and they also do advocacy. They were very involved in helping to shut down a stop and go that is right at the entrance of Vernon Park.
Oh, wow.
That a lot of our folks who walk here and who take the bus were very uncomfortable walking past them, you know, people standing outside and whatnot. And so they were very instrumental in that. They went down and testified at several hearings. And
Okay, and so with your volunteer program, I know that you put an outreach out to seniors, but then are you also looking for instructors possibly, like musicians or artists and that kind of thing?
Yes, definitely.
So if you're that kind of a person and you're listening, then you could go to centerinthepark.org.
Yes, and submit an email request at info.centerinthepark. Or actually, for people that are listening, you can email csmalls@centerinthepark.org.
Okay, put you out there. So thank you. Renee Cunningham, the Executive Director. Cleo Smalls is the Programs and Mission Director. You have Angela Thomas Finnegan, who is the Director of Administration and Advocacy. And then last but certainly not least, Stephanie Collins, who's the Director of Social Services and Housing. Thank you so much. The Did You Know show is centered around connecting people to home, community, and business resources that you ordinarily wouldn't know about. Certainly, I'm willing to bet people that ride down Germantown Avenue one way or the other didn't know all of what was going on in here. Yeah. I didn't. Thank you guys for coming on to the show. I really appreciate you ladies for being out there. Again, check out centerinthepark.org, or the phone number is
215-848-7722.
The hours of operation?
8 to 4:30.
Monday through Friday.
And sometimes on Saturdays.
And sometimes on Saturdays.
Half a day on Saturdays.
This is Brian Green signing off for the Did You Know Show. Check me out on WURD Radio, 900 AM, 96.1 FM on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check me out. Next month, we're going to be talking to Overbrook School of the Blind.
Did you know he'll help you understand? Did you know always a right-hand man? Did you know he's gonna make it clear? Did you know? Come on, listen here. Did you know? Did you know he'll help you understand? Did you?
Always Best Care specializes in helping seniors who wish to remain in their home but need assistance. Our flexible care programs vary from hourly to live-in. Simply put, we're there when you need us. And Always Best Care is a DPW-approved Medicaid provider. Call today and we'll meet with you to develop a personalized care plan. Always Best Care Senior Services. Doing more, caring more, and dedicated to exceeding your expectations. Always.